Alright, hey guys, what's going on here? I want to talk about a show, a TV show that premiered on NBC last Monday. On NBC last Monday, comes on every Monday, and it's called Revolution. I wanted to do a review of the show last Monday, but I kind of wanted to wait until seeing the second episode, which came on last night, to give my full thoughts on the show in its entirety so far, because a lot of times you can't really judge the direction of a show, the pacing of the show, or really get a good overall feeling of the show by just watching the first episode. Sometimes you may have to watch 2 to 3 to maybe 5 episodes to get a full grasp and feel of the series. And so that's what I want to do before I give my honest thoughts and things about the show Revolution. The story itself, I think it's for the show Revolution, it's different. The story, just to summarize, the story pretty much starts with a guy named Ben Matson, and for some reason he shuts down all the power within the entire world. All across the globe, power is shut down, and he has the key to it. He knows something about it. He might have been the cause for it, but he's definitely a puzzle piece as to why power over the entire globe has just been, and all electricity has just been out. And it's been out for, I think, 15 years, something like that, 15 or 25 years. The power has been out, like through the entire world. So because electricity and everything electronic doesn't work, people in modern day times have to kind of go back and convert back into the olden days, kind of like a medieval times, kind of like setting where they can't ride, they don't have cars anymore, so they have to ride horses, or they have to use boats now, and just various different things. Now pretty much the whole world is pretty much set back, in terms of development and time. They have to go back to the basics pretty much. So I really like this concept. It makes it very different. And for the story itself, I mean, just the main plot of it is just that the power of the entire globe is gone out, and no one knows why. It's pretty simple, but what surrounds the simplicity of this entire story is that there's a lot of twists and turns to the characters, and a little bit some plot holes already just to the first 2 episodes, the second episode especially, which I watched the other night. And so the story just goes on about a girl named Charlie, who's the daughter of Ben Watson. Ben Watson dies, and Ben Watson sends his daughter Charlie out to find his brother Miles, who lives in Chicago. And so Charlie, I guess you could say her stepmom, because her mother passed away, and her father's best friend, her dying father's best friend, who her father, by the way, gives this little locket, this key locket, which holds the mystery to restoring the power back into the world, which is a little neat mystery thing going on there. They go on a journey to find her uncle Miles, who lives in Chicago, to rescue her brother, who's been kidnapped by an organization called Monroe, because since the power and electricity has gone out throughout the world, the government pretty much, it cracked and it failed. The whole system failed, so because of that, people began to panic, and so a new government was formed called Monroe, which is named after the man who made this organization pretty much, and he pretty much sets the law for everyone in the entire world. He's the new government authority figure, and these guys are pretty bad. They pretty much put everyone to slavery, make people pay taxes, and they're the only ones that have rights to firearms and everything else, where everyone else gets to use or stuck with bows and swords, arrows, bows, and swords. They're the only ones that are authorized to use firearms. So really giving them the upper advantage over people and stuff. So I really like that. One of the leading villains in this series is named Tom Neville. I think that's the character's name. A really menacing villain. Has his moments where he's pretty funny, but also at the same token, He's very he's heartless and cold. He shows compassion, but only when it comes to his men and his people. But to anyone else, he can just pretty much give a rat's ass about, and shoot first and ask questions later. Very a cold and calculating villain, which he's a bad guy that you just love to hate. So I really like this character, Tom Neville, is like the general of the Monroe Army, pretty much. Miles is pretty much who's the brother of Ben Watson. Miles Watson, who's the brother of Ben Watson, who passed away, who died in the first episode of the pilot. It's just pretty much just kind of just badass, just kind of does things his own way. Then you have his niece Charlie, who is the young heroine of the series, pretty much. And although maybe till the series progresses, but already in the first episodes, I really think I can find her being annoying. I know this is her first time being out in the world since the power's gone out and everything, but already I just find her just to be like an annoying character where she's not like toughening up. So maybe as the series progresses, she'll get used to how the world is outside, and she'll toughen up or something. But I kind of find her just like be just such a pain, in her uncle's side, thorn to his side. He's trying to get the job done, but she wants to, kind of tell her uncle what not to do and don't kill people and all those other stuff. When it's, the way the world in this series is pretty much, survival of the fittest, kind of like theme and setting. So I really like the show Revolution. I mean, already 2 episodes in. I think they have a lot of plots and twists to keep you interested and to keep you intrigued as to what's going to happen next week, and keeping you intrigued and wanting to watch what's going to happen on the following episode every Monday night. I don't know how long this series is going to last. Like maybe it's 13 episodes per season. I don't know, because I heard they spent a lot of money just to make this series. So I don't know if it's going to be like a series that's going to expand over a few years, or it's just going to be a one-time thing, a one-season thing. But I kind of think already in the second episode they kind of revealed maybe just a little bit too much in the second episode, and maybe they might have done that because, like I said, this may be a short-term season kind of like thing, like 13 episodes per season or something like that. I don't know if it's going to be long-term, but they didn't reveal a whole lot of anything, but just little small things and significant things. I think they kind of revealed a little bit too early into the second episode. But I like Revolution. I think it takes something from a little bit of every other different show that you might have seen on NBC, ABC, fantasy TV shows, and kind of incorporates them together, but also has enough of its own originality to stand apart from those other shows. I mean, like I said, to have this type of theme and setting for a show like Revolution, where people just pretty much in today's society, have to go back and convert back to doing things back in the 1800s. I think that's different. It's fresh. It's original. It's something new that we haven't seen before in the TV series, and it's something that you can also relate to, because what if power and the entire globe went out? What would we do? Because everything we have and everything we do is all ran by technology. So it really gives you a real feel of the show, and you can relate to it because it kind of is close to home, So I like the show a lot, and I'm glad it's on NBC, because most shows like this that air on other broadcast networks like ABC or Fox, they always end up getting canceled, like a Terra Nova or a Legend of the Seeker, and so many other shows with that fantasy thing that I could go down the list of names that have been canceled from ABC or Fox, but I'm not going to go down that list to say that. So I'm glad that Revolution is on NBC, because NBC does have a history of long-running fantasy series like this running on their TV show network. So I hope that Revolution becomes one of NBC's biggest series, because already they pulled in like 12 million views for the first episode. I like it already. Two episodes in, it's definitely keeping me interested and wanting to watch and see what's going to happen every Monday on the show, and see how they're gonna um, bring the power back on, and how some of these characters kind of have their own hidden agendas and they have little background stories that they aren't revealing. So there's lots of curiosity and mystery surrounding this show, which is what I like and keeps me intrigued. So I know what you guys think about the new NBC show, Revolution. Do you like it, don't like it? What do you think about the characters, the story, and the show itself? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Subscribe. Peace.